Good morning, everyone. Ads from UTG. So obviously everyone, hopefully everyone has seen our live session from last night with myself and Ty. However, on the off days like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to try and do these quick morning updates. Hopefully BTC, maybe the DXY, maybe Ethereum. So I'm going to try my best to do these on the off days, just to give you a little bit more content to work with, and it might make it easier to follow instead of just like a wall of text in Discord to read and some charts, so I can get more information across to you guys. Doing it this way, and I'm doing it live. I'll do it live mostly on those days as well, just to get the information out to you guys as fast as possible, and then whoever can't make it can watch the video back. All right, BTC USD. I'll put the label on there for you guys as well. BTC USD. So last night there was a little bit of volatility in terms of BTC. A lot of these altcoins, obviously you can see here just a sea of red, off the back of the BTC move that we did last night, and we did push through this demand level again for the second time from the 26th over now to the 28th. So now this is twice that we've destroyed this zone and completely toasted it. So, if you followed our video on Tuesday where we did speak about supply and demand, we did lightly touch on not sort of continuations, but what happens if a zone is completely destroyed, even pushed through quite significantly like we have twice now. The next step is a decline and a fall to the next zone if we follow the rules to a T. And that was really my premise by saying last night that we'd really see that 11,000, that psychological 11K level again, and I still think that's that's on the cards, very much so, even after seeing that last night. We've completely destroyed this level 11,250 to 11,150, and honestly, it was a very low quality supply zone where we were really in the middle of a trend, not on a significant pivot. There is a pivot there, but it's not fantastic because there is a zone completely underneath where we have had some structure form and some retests and everything like that. And these are a little bit hard to find, admittedly, because the price structure from the end of July to mid-August, we had a lot of wicks and a lot of tests and spikes of liquidity and everything like that. So it's a little bit tricky to find these zones, but there is one at 11k, and that falls around that psychological level too. So that's what I'd be looking for with BTC. Off the back of what happened in the reg markets also last night was probably the reason why we got this large wick to the upside, retesting that 6-1 liquidity level there at 618, where we did see this level walk across to the left, and we had a lot of liquidity sitting here on the left hand side to really give us that information that the 618 was going to be a level to watch out for. That's why we had that rejection around that level too. So, long story short, with BTC, if we don't get some movements to the upside at around that 50.61 off the back of this, sort of double bottom short term, I reckon double bottom scenario, I do think it's going to be 11k for BTC, and then making an obvious decision on what happens then. If we have a look at the 1 day chart, it paints a little bit of a bigger picture in terms of what has happened in terms of these supply and demand levels, where we've been fiercely rejected at this 12,250 supply, which was admittedly from the top, or that retest to the top in July of last year. So that was a major swing level, obviously, being the highest quality zone that BTC's come up against so far. The daily has been rejected, nice tweezer top there, despite those wicks, and now coming down to the next relevant demand, which will be at 11k. But if we're looking on the daily time frame, there is one here, and there's nothing. These are on a 4-hour time frame, and they're low quality. There's nothing after 11k until we get back to around this 9.6 or this 9.6 to 9.1 level at around here on the daily time frame. So if we don't hold 11k, then 9, high 9s, mid 9s is going to be on the cards, in my opinion. But not getting ahead of ourselves on the 4-hour time frame, keeping it obviously relevant to today. We could have some relief, I guess, to the 50 or even that 38.2 before making our decision, or making another lower high and continuing down to that 11. And one more thing that I want to have a look at was the DXY, which is the US dollar currency index in the Forex market. Obviously, this is not financial advice. However, we did see the same sort of thing happen on the DXY that we did see on BTC. However, it was to the downside, clearing out a lot of the long positions or short positions, depending on what asset you're trading on the right hand side. And I'll swap that header around for you guys so we know what we're talking about here. And we did get that little bit of a front run. I don't think it was on purpose, but towards that demand level, we did bounce. Obviously, this being a pivot point, as we can see, it is a higher quality supply on this time frame, which is the 4-hour. So that's where that liquidity sort of picked the DXY back up and pushed it all the way back up to this level that we're seeing here at the 93.2. But however, still we are still in that descending structure. If we don't see this trend sort of broken and closed above, where we've failed a couple of times now, we need to close above this. I don't think this supply is in play as much anymore. However, it still looks to be, but going by the rules, if we've broken above it a number of times, it's not. But we'll keep it in there just for this example. If we do break above this and close, then we will more than likely walk back up to that 93.8. We've been rejected multiple times. if we break above and close. If we don't, then we'll have a slow decline, obviously back to our 50, 61 to really give us the first areas of liquidity. You can see on just to the left-hand side, we've got a decent amount of liquidity here at the 50. So that's an area of interest that I'd be looking at for the immediate term if we don't break this trend. And then, and obviously, there is a significant amount of liquidity down here at demand at this 92.4 level, which would be a nice, really level to bounce off again, as we've seen once before. All right, so this was a really short update video. I covered BTC, the DXY, the two really major things in both markets. And I hope it's a little bit easier to follow, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel, or like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hopefully I'll get these videos out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we'll have our normal live session format on Tuesday and Thursday. Cheers, everyone.